we are here with Dirty Mo Media's newest podcast hosts, Conor Daly and Joey Mulinaro. They are Speed Street. Speed Street's coming to Dirty Mo Media. So where did Speed Street start?
Well, I think it really started in Joey's mind, honestly. He texted me one day and he said, hey, have you ever thought about starting a podcast? And honestly, I had been thinking about it a lot. Like I've always wanted to, because I like talking about motorsport. I like talking about racing. I like being real about it. I don't like sugarcoating anything. I'm not going to just tell people a bunch of lies about anything. I just like being honest about my sport, and I love racing. I love all forms of racing.
So how did you guys meet each other in the first place?
Honestly, we met a long time ago. He was back in the day. He was interning for Pat McAfee, and I knew Pat, and we just met way back in the streets back in the day. And then, obviously I followed what you had going on.
Well, Conor's a man of the people, always has been, always will be.
A man in the streets.
So even when, before we really knew each other, I'd always see him out and about, and then we kind of got to know each other more, and then it was like, oh, let's have some, Miller lattes, let's have some beverages every now and then. And then, that formed into, friendship, and now we got Speed Street.
So, Joe, you're well known for your internet impressions and a lot of funny stuff, Chris Collinsworth, Nick Saban. Where did that all start?
Dude, I tell people I was always kind of like a living room impersonator. I always wanted to make my family laugh and make my friends laugh when we were just hanging in the basement. We were 12 years old. And then when I got to be 22, 23, I was like, man, this radio thing's kind of being slow, not working out too great. Why don't I try to do some public figures, see what happens? And so I put them out there, and some people seemed to like them okay, and then we just kind of kept the ball rolling from there.
I mean, I think they're hilarious. I just what do we crave on the internet right now? Entertainment, right? Who's going to make you laugh? Who's going to keep your attention? And now it's you got to think about that. What are we going to do next? How are we going to keep people entertained? Yeah. And so Speed Street is really part of that.
I think I'm working on a Conor Daly and a Dale Jr. next. Okay, those are going to be two Dirty Mo originals right there. But I want to make it clear. Speed Street is about motorsport, about having fun. It's not about my stupid ass impressions, okay? So I want everybody to know that. That's what we talk about.
Y'all talk about just not IndyCar, you talk about NASCAR, you talk about a little bit of F1, so it's a wide-ranging motorsports podcast.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, when I grew up, I was a fan of everything, right? I watched NASCAR, I watched IndyCar, I watched Formula One. And I mean, I've even tried to go dirt racing now and go, do the Chili Bowl and do, I've raced NASCAR trucks, I've raced in the Xfinity Series. So I try to do a bit of everything, and I dabble in a bit of everything. I like to talk about motorsport, whether it's, because there's a lot of stuff that's happening in every different level of the racing series. So I like to get into it.
I grew up in Indianapolis, so I, grew up around the 500 and the track here. But once I got closer with Conor and everything, I was like, you know what? You're right. Motorsport is a very undervalued, underrated sport around the world, in this country, the drivers, the personalities. And I fell in love with not only IndyCar, but NASCAR. And I love talking about it too.
Speed Street, Dirty Mo Media's newest podcast, is available now.